What's going on, people? I am finally back from vacation. Very excited to play with our new crab overlords. This is a deck that I came up with. I think it's pretty similar to the one that Endozoa put out in Team Rank Stars kind of preview for the card. I think we have a couple cards differential. We are running the full Mudcrab package. Only 2 enraged Mudcrabs just because that one feels kind of crappy to draw. But we're running 5th Legion Train on Orc Clan Captain because the buffs on all these small guys is fantastic. I am trying out Ghost Fanatic. There's probably much better options here, and maybe there should even be another Dwemer, but I'm not running Halls, so I figured Ghost Fanatic can be a fine option to try. And we have a decent amount of otherwise draw between Crusader's Assault and Ulfric's Housecarl, so I figured it was probably somewhat worth the risk of keeping Ghost Fanatic. Now that I'm looking at Crushing Blow, I feel like this should probably go. I don't know what I would put in its stead. Maybe some more draw, maybe another Orc, but we are running Wood Orc Headhunter and Morkel Gatekeeper, because with Orc Clan Captain, Reflective Automaton, and Morkel Gatekeeper, that gives us 8 Orc activators for the Wood Orc Headhunter. We're running 2 Divine Fervor because it's just a really good card. But yeah, I think I probably should get rid of Crushing Blow and maybe add a Dwarven Sphere. Just so we can actually get a body on the board. Should help us in races as well. But that's the deck. We're going to go ahead and get this started. I've not played with this card at all. Honestly, I haven't played this month at all. I've been on vacation. I pre-recorded a whole bunch of gameplay just so that I could make sure you guys had stuff. But I knew that was coming with the caveat that I would be gone when the month turned over. And not returning until I returned yesterday, but I had one more video recorded because I honestly spent the whole day yesterday sleeping. Besides, I took some time to record the Legends cast. So take a look, or keep an eye out for that coming out this week. Honestly, Dwarven Dynamo is pretty outrageously good, so I'll keep that, and I'll keep 1 Ankle Snapper. I guess I'll keep 2 Ankle Snappers. I might just play this on curve next turn, and then ring out the Dwarven Dynamo, or maybe set up some trades on Ghost Fanatic. I think we'll go for this. Next turn we can play Dwarven Dynamo, or I can just play Dwarven Sphere or Ghost Fanatic.
I smell the stench of the living. This is not the best Ghost Fanatic here. So I think I'll just Dwarven Dynamo and go face. We've got Old Salties online for next turn.
Heed my warning. I will
This is possibly Slay Scout. I think we just go face and play Dwarven Sphere. Just to try and maximize the amount of damage we push while we can. We have 6-10 on the board. Okay.
I do not fear death.
I think the play here is to go Crusader's Assault. Yikes, I just drew all my crabs. Do we just push the more damage? Alternatively...
Mudcrab merchant. Read my lips. Mouth paws. I'll learn the spell yet.
Okay. I mean, we were losing this guy anyway, unfortunately. Now we have a discounted Old Salties. We've drawn a lot of our Mudcrabs, but not all of them. I think our opponent's hand is just about full. It is, but they'll be obviously getting some stuff out of their hand this turn.
You must be cleansed.
Interesting.
This one is just a simple farmer, you see.
Eureka! 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 Yo, did I stutter or something? Mudcrab merchant, read my lips.
Let's take the Night Predator.
Mouth
I was kind of hoping that the Ankle Snapper would go into this lane, but we're still mostly fine at the moment, outside of a big guard. We have another Old Salty's Assault, but unfortunately we've played all 3 Ankle Snappers, both Enraged Mudcrabs, and 2 of our 3 Mudcrab Merchants. So Old Salties would pull 1 Mudcrab Merchant and 1 more Reflective. But the flip side is we did put quite a bit of power on the board. Dusk Fang is going to be a bit on 5. They need to block more damage though, because we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have exact lethal left over. Never mind, that's going to put a damper on that party. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 short right now. That'll do it.
Yo, did I stutter or something? Did I stutter or something?
And that is the exact reason why we're running powerful cards like Woodorc Headhunter in this deck. It's because they can just give you 5 damage out of nowhere. Let's collect our rewards. Let's be happy. Imbued Argonian. And let's get another one. So obviously this deck is very aggressive. The goal is just to go wide. And honestly, it's quite surprising that we drew all of our crabs and didn't draw 5th Legion Trainer or Clan Captain, which really can push the power level of this deck even higher. So besides the positive of drawing 2 Old Salty's Assaults, we actually drew somewhat poorly in terms of drawing our crabs instead of pulling them with Old Salties. I wouldn't say it was a poor draw overall. It was just a little bit clunky on that front. So we didn't quite high roll, but we didn't low roll. It was kind of like an awkward mid roll. But we even still, like, we did very well there. And there was still a higher ceiling that we could have.
Read my lips.
Okay.
Mouth
I mean, this deck doesn't want to get till turn 12, but if it does, I'm sure it'll be very happy to see Dagoth there.
I just want a chance to prove myself.
I think I will trade. On the off chance he's playing something weird like Mage's Trick, I think I'll appreciate doing that. We could have played Orc Clan Captain to push 1 extra damage, but my goal was to trade anyway. As I was saying with the Mage's Trick. You guys probably thought I was crazy, and now you're like, oh damn, he knows what he's talking about sometimes. Trying to set up for next turn Orc Clan Captain Reflective Automaton could be a pretty solid play. And we really want to start pushing extra damage because we are getting towards the Ice Storm turn. That is also a play.
We stand united.
Prophecy. What? So this is Singleton, right? If you're running Firestorm and Mage's Trick in your main deck, this is Singleton, right?
Speak, citizen.
Alright, so unfortunately we do need to take care of that.
Talking Mudcrab merchant. Read my lips. The mouth paws.
We also had to take that from him. Or not give him this, because that'll give him more ways to answer our board. Okay, that'll remove a little bit of damage, but it will not kill it. Maybe this is creatureless. I'm actually quite confused by what's going on here. And I'm almost tempted to use Revealing the Unseen next turn. But it depends on what we draw.
Did I stutter or something?
Let's get out Morkel.
Let nothing through. Close ranks.
Knowing that we could just be getting rocked by an ice storm. I guess Dark Rebirth could have some relevance with Dagoth but again, this is way later in the game than this deck ever wants to see. But if we get Ice Stormed here, it could become relevant. Honestly, Ulfric's Uprising next turn is just really, really good if we don't get Ice Stormed.
So, it has been written.
Okay, so it's less good now. Still not horrible, though. It would generate us a card and give us +2 attack. Because what do we do otherwise? Play double Enrage, Mudcrab, and Dark Rebirth at some point? Which also is pretty fine, I guess.
Blood and honor. Let nothing through. Close ranks.
Did I stutter or something?
Is this just the highest prophecy count of all time, or is this like... I don't know what's going on here. Alright, but we're at the point where if we hit turn 12 without him healing, Dagoth wins the game. We've seen Golden Initiate, Firestorm, Double Bolt, Javelin, so this could be a very prophecy-heavy tribunal. The trade there tells me he's not setting up for an Ice Storm here. What are you banishing from my deck? I would assume Dwarven Dynamo, just because of the reach that it can provide, and he is very close to dying.
I will keep Sothasil's people alive.
Okay, we can Earthbone right past that guard.
Keep your distance.
So now, do I think he's going to Ice Storm me? I mean, either way, we need to force it out. I'm going to play that. Because otherwise he could trade, and then it would take one cheap action to remove our potential lethal. This way, forces the Ice Storm out of his hand if he has it. And we're just sitting on Dagoth knowing that we can stall a couple turns and get there. If he, like, Firestorms this lane and then tries to play big guard in this lane, we can Ulfric's Uprising to get past the guard with the Earthbone Silence. The fact that he hasn't just kind of quick played Ice Storm tells me that he probably doesn't have it. Either that or he's kind of eyeing up a alternative play. Obviously, now that we've seen the Mage's Trick, we know that he doesn't have it.
You are one with us,
Black.
and we are legion.
This isn't even Creatureless Tribunal. This is weird. Unless it's an attempt at uniting the houses. Alright, so he's running out of cards that can save him. And that'll do it.
Fine battle.
The day is mine.
So yeah, obviously, Aggro Crusader's always been pretty strong. And I think this little crab package gives it even more power to go wide and fast. And when you combine it with cards like Divine Fervor, Orc Clan Captain, and 5th Legion Trainer, I think the max power level is incredibly high. Obviously, I haven't really tested the card out all too much, so I don't know what the best versions are and all that jazz. But it is a card that I'm probably going to experiment a little bit more with just to see what it can do, despite the fact that, like I've mentioned, I don't love the design of the card. There's no denying that it's a fun little card to play. But yeah, that is going to be it for now, guys. I'm going to go. Let me know what you guys think of Old Salty's Assault, as well as this Crusader deck we put together. Thank you guys all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.